Good morning to all. Again, welcome back to second video of valuation of the shares. This is for BCom 4th semester students. So in the last video already we discussed about the methods of valuation of the shares. In the detail we discussed net assets method. Today in this video let us discuss or let us study on the yield method. So this is the second method of valuation of the shares. Yield is the effective rate of returns on investments. It is always expressed in terms of the percentage like 10, 20, 30, 50, whatever it may be. So in this method is also known as the market valuation method. It is suitable for going concern businesses. So in the yield method again it is classified as a two methods. One is the earning yield method, another one is the dividend method. Earning yield method means under this method shares are valued basis on the earnings expected by the investors on his investments. Here in the business there are certain investors are there, those shareholders or debenture holders we may call here investors. Already you know that in the first class that here in this video this is the second method, and this earning yield method is that is suitable for the long back of shares. So while calculating the earning yield method, the valuation of the shares in this method, some formula is there: expected rate of returns divided by normal rate of returns into paid up value of equity shares. Then when we should calculate this value of assets, before that certain some steps we should be follow, and in that computation of average earning available to equity share is also one of the part. So here earning in this step first we should take the earnings including non-trading incomes. So in the non-trading incomes, if earnings are there, so that should be taken, then less the expected expenses, and on that you should add the expected benefits. So if you added the expected benefit, after that the balance is we can call earning before tax. After that the less tax should be minus here. Tax rate should be given in the question. It may 40, 50, 30, whatever it may be. So you should be minus on the earning before tax. After that the balancing figure we can call it is an earning after the tax. So in that we should minus the preference dividend. If it is given in the question you minus, otherwise directly you take the outer column. So here earning preference dividend, then another one is dividend tax on the preference dividend. So these two should be minus on the earning after taxes. So the balancing figure it is called as a average earning available to equity shareholders. So after getting the earnings, average earning, so you should calculate after getting the average earning available to equity shares, we should calculate the what is the average earning. When we are calculating the average earning, we should follow this formula. In this formula, average earning equals to total earning of all the years divided by number of years. Means here sum of the 3 years, 4 years, 5 years earning should be given in the question. We should add all those year earnings and divided by the number of years. So that is clearly given in the question. Then second one is computation of expected rate of returns. When the computation of expected rate of returns is there, here also we should follow this formula. Expected rate of returns equals to average earning available to equity shareholders divided by paid up value of equity shareholders into 100. This is the formula for computation of expected rate of returns. And another one is there computation of value of equity shares. So this is the final steps to calculation of the value of equity shares. So equals to expected rate of returns divided by normal rate of returns into paid up value of equity shares. So here this is the on the basis of what it is there here, earning yield method. The second method is dividend yield method. So in the dividend yield method, here dividend yield method, second method is there. In this method, under this method, valuation of the shares is valued on the basis of rate of dividend. It is suitable for valuating small block of shares. So when the valuating of the dividend yield method, so equity value of equity share should be valued. This is also one of the important. So here the certain steps we should be follow here also. Computation of earnings available for equity shareholder is equity dividend. You should take that. Then after earnings is there. Then after earnings, less the expected rate of expenses. Expected expenses you should be deduct, and plus add the expected benefits. After this we can call it, this balance should be earning before tax. This balance we should call as a earning before tax. And after that, less appropriations. Some of the appropriations if given in the question, that should be minus. Those means transfer of reserves. They may give the general reserves also. Preferential dividend, preference dividend, dividend on tax on preference dividend. These should be appropriations. This should be minus on the earning after tax. Then after minusing, the balance we call as a earning available to equity shareholders. Then here also certain formula we should be follow. Computation of expected rate of dividend. When the expected rate of dividend equals to earnings available to equity dividend divided by paid up value of equity shareholders into 100. Then another formula is there, computation of value of equity shares. Then here equity value of equity shares equals to expected rate of dividend divided by normal rate of dividend or returns into paid up value of equity share. So this is the similar to the earning yield method also, but in that earning yield method we should take, instead of the dividend we should take the earnings. In the dividend method, instead of earnings we can take here dividend. So in the last method, other method is there. In the other method, here another one is in the other method, first one we can see here, price earning method. This method is particularly suitable for the ascertaining the market value of shares which are quoted on the recognized stock exchange. So it is a very simple method. In this method, which earnings per share is multiplied by the price of earning ratio. So here also some of the equation is given. Value of equity shares equals to earning per share into price minus earning ratio. So here the earning per share and price earnings are ascertained as under this following formula. So here earning per share equals to earning available to the equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. Then another formula is there, price earning ratio. When we calculate the price earning ratio, market value of shares divided by earning per share. So second method is fair value basis. So this is also one of the method of, in the other method to valuation of the shares. Fair value is the estimated price at which an asset can be sold or transferred to their third party. Transfer to here third party. Transfer to third party under the current market conditions. These are the methods of valuation of the shares. So in the next class I will discuss about the 5 marks questions and 15 marks questions. This is the theory for valuation of the shares. In the next class we studied about the practical questions and we solve those questions. Thank you.